We've obviously had a bit of a break since the last game. The girls have had some time off. How important has that been for them to reset and refresh before tackling the rest of the season?
Yeah, especially for us, it's important, very important, because we got so many people who are not from here, so they don't see often the family. So I think, because we push them quite a lot, they work very hard, so it's very important to charge the batteries, spend some time with the family, some quality time, and get energy to now, again, the last push until the end of the season. So yeah, very, very important, and to be fair, I am delighted that everyone has enjoyed with the families, but they haven't stopped working, and they are. I like the fitness levels that they brought from Christmas, so quite pleased with that.
How has training been going since you've come back post Christmas? Are there any new injury concerns we should be aware of? And how are the squad shaping up?
No injuries, no injuries. Everyone came quite sharp, and we came back last week, so we've been training already over a week. But yeah, it's been very good, better than expected. We thought it would be a little bit. The fitness level would be a little bit lower, but no, we are surprised at how serious they taken. Obviously, they are fighting for position, so for them it's important not to switch off completely. And yeah, it's been very good. No injuries to report, and everyone available for selection, apart from obviously the injuries that we had before.
Turning to the game at the weekend, obviously coming into the competition at this stage to defend the title, does it give any extra incentive having won it last season to go on and retain it this season?
Yeah, definitely. Especially because we had a disappointment in the previous cup, where we were, very looking forward to try to get into the final again. But this one is, we won it last time for first time in our history last year, and we would love to at least to get into the final. We know it's at Hamden, so it's a massive incentive for all of us, and we will prepare the game, and like any other game, despite the opposition is from a lower division, but they won't be underestimated, and we will go full strength to try to go to the next round. Definitely, we want to be in the final if we can.
With that, I've just touched on Falkirk obviously being from League One. Does that change the way that you prepare for the game at all, the way that you set up for the game, or is it business as usual from your point of view?
Yeah, so actually we did. We couldn't get as much footage, so the opposition analysis we do, it couldn't be as detailed as we normally do it. But we did the same process, exactly same process. We don't want the players to underestimate them, and therefore we cannot underestimate them as a staff. So the preparation has been exactly the same than any opponent, and we will go. The girls are fighting for position. We will play the players that train better. So we will go as full strength as we can, despite obviously the opposition being from the division below.
And as well as the first team playing at the weekend, are under 18s also playing in the cup final against Glasgow City on Sunday. How important is it that we've got this strong youth set up, and how important is it to you that we're progressing some of these young girls into the first team? Is that something you see in your planning for the future?
Yeah, we definitely this year we have improved considerably the academy. We have got some, first team members of staff that now are influencing the academy decision making, and they are organizing a little bit. And I think it's been very positive. We went into the finals of under 16 final, and now we got the under 18. So some of our players that are eligible, some will be there. They won't come to Falkirk, because for us it's very, very important. So hopefully it's a great day where both under 18s and ourselves get a win. That would be amazing.
And final question from me, just as we come into the new year, obviously sitting 3 points off top, the girls are playing well. How do you feel we are in terms of a position to challenge for that title this season?
I think, as you know, like we love to go game by game. We don't want to put ourselves the target of winning the league, but I think we are playing the best football we've played in the last 3 years. In terms of chances created, I think we are in many of the stats we are the top team in the league, and that gives us a lot of confidence for the future. Of course, at the moment we are third on the table, but in the long term, I like how the players are fighting between themselves, how the players are individually improving, and I really like how the team is playing. So far in 13 games I think we played, we concede only 2 goals. This is incredible. For me, it's incredible. I know other team has done very well as well, but for me, looking at ourselves, it's amazing record. Apart from all the goals that we have scored, so I think we are looking very good. And we will see in the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks, but we might have a couple of new places to strengthen, new faces to strengthen the team. Would help us to be more competitive, even more competitive. So yeah, I'm very excited about the rest of the season, and hopefully we are gonna be able to fight for the 2 trophies that we can.
This is a nice wee stadium at Falkirk, actually, Fran. I think you'll be quite impressed by it. And the Scottish Cup is very special, close to your heart after that amazing day we had in May last year. How important is it to you to retain that trophy?
For me, it's massive. I say many times, that was my favorite date in football, and I'm old enough to experience so many games at many men, women, different categories. That was the most special day I live in football, and I can't wait to repeat it, and I think the players are exactly the same. Regarding the stadium, that's where we beat Hearts in the semi-final, so we did play there. We got good memories from Falkirk Stadium, good stadium, good facilities. I think it suits our football, so I'm expecting the girls to put a good performance and get the win. But yeah, very, very important to try to get into the final, experience this final at Hampden if we can, and then when we are in the final, of course, try to win it. For me, would be a dream come true.
At the end of December, Fran, the Celtic B team hosted the Rangers at Celtic Park, and got a big crowd, and that helped them on to a brilliant 5-2 win. Celtic play Hearts on the 25th of February, and the next day you guys play Rangers. Can we move that game to Celtic Park and have a big double-head weekend?
Well, I think, David, that's not a question for me. If it's up to me, we will play every day there. But obviously, I understand that a football club have to look after all their sections. It's very, very important that our men carry on doing as well as they do, and they got a great pitch to win the league. And we will play at Celtic Park. I don't know if that would be the game, but the club say we will play at Celtic Park. I just don't know when it would be. But when we are looking forward, and we will try to put a show, and hopefully we get a crowd as big as the beating got against Rangers.
You said you've had the players in for a week, Fran. Have you been talking to them about the interpretation of the handball rule, which seems to be, people don't really seem to understand it in Scottish football anymore?
I think this is a wider conversation we should have. Even players or managers at any level in the World Cup, you saw, it's very difficult. Sometimes it hits you the hand, it's handball, sometimes it's not. I think the rule is not in Scotland, in the whole world. I think it's open to controversy. And for us, we try when we are defending deep, we try to put the hands behind, but sometimes it's just absolutely impossible because you are under limit. So, hopefully the ball wouldn't hit our hand. Apart from putting the balls in behind, it's not much you can do. Then trust that you have a good referee performance, and probably they will review it for next year, I think, worldwide.
As a manager of the team, and what you've seen of VAR in Scottish football so far, would you be in favour of bringing it into the women's game?
100%. I would love that. I don't know how possible it is in terms of resources. I know that is not a cheap thing to implement. I would love to have VAR in the women's game. That would be very, very important, I think, for us. So far this season, I think we could be slightly in a better position with VAR.
Any transfer activity this month, Fran?
It is just obviously I are not 100% confirmed, so I am not in a position to say, but I can tell you that will be at least one out, maybe two, but probably just one out, and it would be at least two in, maybe three, but at least two in. So we will give names as soon as we are allowed.
There's been a change of management at the top of Glasgow City, obviously one of your closest rivals. Is that something you've paid attention to, that you have thoughts on?
We really don't. It's important that we focus on ourselves. We know there are other teams that are doing very well this year as well. They are in a strong position, but we focus on ourselves. Of course, I don't know if that would be a positive thing or a negative thing. I think Aileen has done a great job. So I don't know how that would affect them. It could be a positive thing and the team react better, or it could be something that the team react well. We don't know, and we don't want to have an opinion on that. What we want is to be stronger ourselves. And we want to, obviously, next time we face Glasgow City, which would be our home, we want to make sure we try to get the 3 points. We cannot, or we should not lose again. We will try our best not to lose again.